Hi, good afternoon, Aruba travel experts. It's Tuesday and it is time for another Aruba chat. And today I'm here with my team members. I'm with Kim Riddle giving a wave, Liliana, who we want to let loose because she's locked up in Canada. And we have Katie Kennedy right in the middle. And today I have a special guest. I have Deborah Trucy, who is representing the Bakuti today, and a fellow travel professional, Gina Miller. So thank you everyone for taking time to be here. And we are going to have a wonderful program today, and Liliana is going to tell you all about it.
Thanks, Natasha. Really excited to be here today, and welcome everyone. We have really an amazing lineup of topics to talk about. So we're going to kick it off with volunteering and donating while on island. We're going to talk about charities. We're going to talk about the Aruba Wonky Sanctuary, dog adoption and rescue program, a Pack for a Purpose, Santa Claus Aruba, and some of the hotel initiatives as well. So we'll be talking about that. Our wonderful Deborah Trucy is going to kickstart with the Pack for a Purpose program. Thank you, Deb.
Hi, Liliana and everyone from Aruba Tourism, and Gina. Thank you for including me in this wonderful chat here today. And yeah, I just wanted to take the time to talk a little bit about the Bakuti and Tara Resort and some of the opportunities that our guests have to contribute to the island of Aruba. Some of the things that we participate in are regular beach cleanup opportunities, but one of our strongest partnerships and one of our strongest initiatives is something that's called Pack for a Purpose. And I really think this opportunity is presenting itself more and more, especially as we're coming out of this pandemic, where people want to show some appreciation and gratitude for the ability to finally get out and travel and reconnect again. And what Pack for a Purpose does is facilitates guests staying at resorts around the world to help a certain project in destination. And the project that we work with in Aruba is the Imelda Hoff Children's Home. And it's a home for young people from the ages of 6 to 16 that for whatever reason don't have a home to be taken care of and stay at the Imelda Hoff. So on our website, bakuti.com, there's a link that connects you to Pack for a Purpose, and it gives you a list of all the different things that you can bring as donations that Imelda Hoff needs. So it's super easy. It's clear as can be. Everything's listed there. You select what you feel comfortable bringing, and you bring it with you to the island of Aruba, and you drop it off at the front desk. We gather all the donations and we bring it to the Imelda Hoff once a month. And it's really a wonderful way for guests to connect with the destination, with Arubans, and just bring a little extra joy both to those kids staying there, but also to themselves. They really feel great about making that contact and making a difference when they're on island. It's been something that's been part of what the Bakuti does for many, many years. And it feels great that we're part of the greater good on the island. It's a team effort, and it starts from our owner and makes its way down. And all of our team members really love this opportunity to share with the community in Aruba. We encourage people, even if they're not guests of the Bakuti and they'd like to participate in this, feel free to go to packforapurpose.com, see what Imelda Hoff needs, and you can bring it over to the Bakuti front desk and we'll bring those items over as well. It really makes the kids at Imelda Hoff feel seen by people all around the world. So if now that we're getting out there again, now that we're traveling again, and we really want to show that appreciation, this is a great chance to do it. So we thank those that have contributed in the past, and we look forward to all the wonderful donations that will be coming in the future to make it a better and more inviting place for all. So thanks so much for this chance just to talk a little bit about Pack for a Purpose and the Bakuti and Tara Resort.
Thank you, Deborah. That was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So
Has anyone? Are you leaving?
Oh no.
Are you going to sit? So has anyone here have participated in Pack for a Purpose? Mm-hmm. You want to tell us about your experience?
Well, so when we have fam trips down to the island, of course, one of the most fun things in feel good things about the fam is going to Bakuti and asking before that, of course, we ask our participants if they'd like to bring a couple things along with them that they find useful for the kids down on the island. Find that little corner of your suitcase, next to that bikini there, and pack it in there, and take it to Bikuti. And even if you're not staying at Bikuti, you can still bring it down to the island. And it's just such a way to feel good and help the less the unfortunate on the island. The kids are so appreciative of this as well. So it's really a nice opportunity for us, definitely. So so leave a little extra room in that. Take one less pair of shorts and top, and pack a few extra things for the Imelda Hop. You'll feel really, really good about that.
Well, I like to tell them to have, these items packed so that you have extra space in your suitcase so you can bring things home, whether it's your hot sauce or your other items that you want to buy when you're on island. So it works both ways, because how many times have we heard people say, oh, I was right on my weight limit coming down to the island. I can't buy another thing to go in my suitcase. So if you've got it pre-planned coming down, when you take something out, you could put something in, and it's beneficial both ways. You're helping the locals on island, you're contributing to those in need, and then you get rewarded for yourself on the return when you purchase something for yourself. So there's something always to be looking at that side as well.
That's perfect. I love it.
I like that.
So.
And what else we have, Liliana, on your list of?
Yes, that's right. So we also have the Donkey Sanctuary. So one of us was going to chat about the Donkey Sanctuary.
Well, I do know that Katie, were you there for the last team meeting on island when we went to the Donkey Sanctuary? I think we were there, and you were embracing the donkeys, right?
Oh, they're so cute. And now you can actually hug a donkey, right?
Correct.
New
A growing trend.
They're just so cute. And they love when you bring either apples, or they love the nature. I think it's Nature Valley granola bars. One of our drivers, Ronaldo from De Palm, we're stopping by. Actually, this wasn't even at the sanctuary, along the side of the road, down, I think, by Baby Beach, maybe that was that day. And all of a sudden, all these donkeys are all around. So he stops the bus. He grabs his big box of Nature Valley granola bars, and he's handing them out to everyone. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun there. They're just so loving and so sweet. And it's all volunteer work as well. So it's nice. You can adopt a donkey as well. So it's really, really a great opportunity for anyone, once again, to feel good and give back.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I was going to just add a fun fact. I was just kind of Googling the lifespan of donkeys, and similar to horses, 25 to 30 years. And then just out of curiosity, I thought, I wonder what the oldest donkey ever was. 54 years.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
54 years. So they do need a lot of, taking care of, and they need a home for a very long period of time.
Exactly.
And if you want to adopt a donkey, the official program is called Friends of a Aruban Donkey. So you can adopt a donkey for an annual fee, and you get the donkey for 1 year. Even if you're on the island, you get to choose the donkey, your favorite donkey, and you can adopt the donkey. They are also involved in the EU with they teamed up with Everything is Possible, and those volunteers come out of the EU, and they come down for their vet program, and they can volunteer in exchange for room and board. So there's different ways you can contribute and give back when on island to the donkeys, if you like donkeys. As Katie said, they are cute and lovable.
It's kind of sounding like you're standing back a little there, Natasha. I mean,
oh yeah, I ran the other way. I was there in November, and we attempted to go see the donkeys, but I ran back the other way. They liked me more.
Yeah, no, I'm feeding them the kibble right from my hand. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if you don't have the Nature Valley bars, you can always bring an apple if you have one at the hotel, or if you go buy superfoods, pick up an apple. Or right there at Donkey Sanctuary, they do sell the feed, and you can actually feed them right there at the Donkey Sanctuary. And so it really is a great spot to go to. And they just love to have the visitors coming out there. And like we said, you can volunteer in cleaning up the pens and, doing some actual work around the sanctuary. So if you have people who are looking into that volunteering, great place to do that.
And Gina, what would you like to share? Because something we did when we went on island back in November.
Well, I had the opportunity, thanks for bringing me on today, and I had the opportunity to go down to Aruba in 2020 in November, and just being so blessed to be able to go and sit on the beach. But of course, I packed a little extra in my bag, and I brought 2 gifts. I was lovely to be asked to be a godmother for the Santa's Cause Aruba. And I brought a gift for a boy and a girl, age 12 and 13. And I packed a little extra space in my bag, brought those gifts down, and it just warmed my heart. They were looking to get 250 gifts, and I think they superseded their goal. And I just felt so amazing to have been part of that and to give back to the community and also to feel good myself.
Yeah, it was a wonderful cause. I'm so happy that Marisol introduced us to the program, and they are planning to have Santa's Cause again this year, and it targets children 0 to 16. So keep that in mind if you're going to be heading down to Aruba during the holiday time. The details will soon be out. It's not out just yet, but keep that in mind if you want to bring a toy for a child. They will greatly appreciate it. And as Gina said, it was a feel good. And so it was nice to bring it as we were going to have dinner. So we celebrated with cocktails, knowing that somebody is going to get a smile on Christmas Day. And Christmas, of course, in Aruba comes early. Yeah. So
Definitely.
It's a close.
That's great. Fantastic. And then yesterday, if you're watching Facebook, you saw I posted about the programs for New Life Pause. We have about 5 or 6 different. Katie, I know you were researching the number of organizations that do the dog and cat rescues in Aruba. How many exactly is that?
Yeah, I have 6 down here. And you know what? I have a whole document together, and I'll send that. We can maybe post that on Aruba Travel Experts. Can we do that?
I'm sure we can.
With all the websites and information on that. But there are about 6 of them. And I'll tell you, it's such a great, great organization. And there's so many ways that you can get involved, whether you're on the island or off the island. Of course, we'd love for you to come to Aruba and enjoy a beautiful vacation. But if you can't get to Aruba right now, there are other ways that you can do to give back. And that's through Amazon actually has 2 programs. It's an Amazon wish list that you can go in, and there are certain items that you can purchase on that, and that will be donated down to the island. And also it's called Amazon Smile, and that's actually a percentage of what you purchase actually goes to an organization of your choice, which is really good as well. So those are a couple options, maybe if you're not on the island. But if you're on the island, what I love, and I've never done, and I think during our next FAM, I think I'm going to need to do this. You can walk the dogs on the beach, and they put a little vest on it, and it says, "Adopt me." And I said, I think that would be great. I would love to do that. So maybe our whole group can maybe take them. We'll be like, whoa, the dog walkers on the island. But I think that would really be fun. And of course, you can transport them home here to the U.S. And I was telling Kim just the other day, I have a friend, she and her husband went down, and he was sitting up front and her husband was in the back because they weren't able to sit next to each other. And she was sitting next to one of the transporters who had 2 Kanuku dogs. And so my friend Michelle, she was talking to them. Well, by the end of the flight, she texts her husband, guess what we just did? We just adopted 2 dogs. And so he's in the back. He stands up. What? Michelle, you what? You did what? She's like, yes. So they have the 2 Kanuku dogs. And even walking the other day, my dog, I ran across a girl and I said, oh my gosh, what a nice dog. Is she friendly? She said, oh yes, she's from Aruba. I said, well, of course she's friendly. And her name was Sandy. So it was nice to see that as well. But so lots of opportunities to donate and give back. And another one is through the Animal Relief Foundation for weddings. Instead of doing favors or whatever, spending a little extra money where you might not really have to, you can give back to the one of the organizations as well. And also, in one of the wedding parties, I read that 4 of the actual wedding parties adopted 4 dogs to bring back.
Wow.
I thought
That's
so
great.
cute.
That's
Yeah.
so touching. I mean, and it's a lot of fun, and like you mentioned, you don't necessarily have to be adopting the dog. You can be a transporter.
Right.
I actually was a transporter. I was very lucky to be I was on a nonstop flight. You have to be on a nonstop to do this. But there was somebody in Houston who had adopted a dog. And they were just waiting for the dog to get old enough to be transported to Houston. And so I was fortunate to be able to bring that dog to its forever home. And just, it was so rewarding to be able to do all of that. I didn't have to do anything but fill out the application. They attached all the information for the dog to my ticket. They paid for the fees for the dog to be flying with me. The dog came in a cute little carrier. Had medication to calm him down as we were flying, had little food and snacks. And, at the airport, he was kind of moving around in the carrier a little bit. And so I'd open up and the carrier and he'd pop his head out and everyone was like, oh, look how cute. And so I'd leave it open and I'd walk around with his head sticking out of the carrier. And by the time we got on the plane, he settled down, and with the vibration of the airplane, he just slept the whole way home. I'd feel him to make sure he's still breathing, but he was great. It was a wonderful experience for all of us. So definitely consider it for cats, for dogs, because there's a lot of people who would love to transport these or adopt them like your friend did. So
Yes. And I bet you met lots of friends with that dog in the airport too, Kim.
I did. Just unfortunately, it wasn't the single male to make that a forever connection.
Next time.
Yeah, you'll have to do another.
I need to have a few more of those transports.
And there's other ways to give back too. And Liliana will touch upon the sustainability and how we give back. But I also wanted to give kudos out to all those who ate at Passion's restaurant at Amsterdam Manor Beach Resort. Because if you ate at Passion's during the month of March, most likely you ordered from an item off the menu, and proceeds went to the Imelda Hoff Orphanage. And they partnered for the International Day of Happiness, which took place March 20th. So kudos to Amsterdam Manor for partnering with the orphanage, and kudos to everyone who went out and supported and ate at Passions, where they served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They managed to raise $1,500 for the orphanage.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And so, Liliana, also tell everyone, even if they're not particularly participating in the Donkey Sanctuary or adopting or transporting dogs, what are we all doing? Because when we go to Aruba, we take that promise. And so what are some of the things we are all doing to participate by giving back?
That's right. Thank you, Natasha, because I know many of us on the team have taken the promise. I know I had taken the promise, but some of the things that maybe our wonderful guests need to just maybe be aware of is things like how we want to protect our island and really create that sustainability for generations to come so that our great-great-grandchildren can enjoy the beautiful island of Aruba, and just being aware that the Focoti trees are protected. So as they're beautiful and they are strong trees, but we're not going to climb those trees. We're going to just be aware of the beauty. Things like bottles on the beach, being aware not to leave anything like that behind. Again, that's all part of protecting our wildlife. And another one, and I won't talk about the story, but the seashells, as beautiful as they are, I don't want to name names, but sometimes people think they're so beautiful that they want to take them home. So
it's that way.
We don't do that. we leave those beautiful, beautiful seashells on island, and those are just some of the things that we want to be aware of in protecting the environment.
say reef. I would like to add. Make sure your sunscreen is reef friendly. And I even told Gina this, right? Gina, I'm telling Gina a list of things to pack, not pack, reef friendly, about the bag, reusable bags. And Gina got her bag, right? You got the bag.
I did. I love it.
With her reusable bags. So those are some of the things. You want to add anything else, Gina, from your perspective when you came around the island to see how things are kept clean and sustainable, and because of all the volunteer works people?
Absolutely. I mean, such an amazing experience, an amazing island. The people are just so friendly and they take care of their island. And when we come down, we need to do the same thing. You know, it's in order for us to enjoy it, we all have to pitch in and, you know, work together to make it a better place. So the beach is immaculate. The ocean water is clear, crystal clear and fresh. And you just want to be there all day. And in order for us to go back, you got to do your part.
Thank you. And I want to say Happy King's Day out there. Happy King's Day. It's on islands. And Liliana?
And we must apologize. None of us are wearing orange. So, yes.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a little
orange.
bit
Hello, but not orange.
Just a little. I'll represent everybody here.
And the reason for that is orange is the royal color. Being King's Day, we should all be dressed in our royal orange. And that tie-in as well, you know, Oranjestad is, if you translate that, Orange Town, Orange City. So yes, just giving you a little bit of history there that goes along with it as well. So.
Well, thank you, everyone. I think we covered all of our topics today, Natasha, but I also wanted to invite everyone to come back next week because we're talking about my favorite topic, and I'm sure I'm not alone, food. Food on the beautiful island of Aruba. So stay tuned for next week's topic on food.
Thank
delicious.
you.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Guys.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone.